अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। और आज 25वां दिन है हमारा लर्न अडॉप्ट एंड इम्प्रूव सीरीज़ का। तो डेली की तरह आज भी हम एक्सरसाइज और रीडिंग करेंगे, लेकिन आज एक छोटा सा कैच है। बाहर मौसम काफ़ी ख़राब है, इसलिए आज हम आउटडोर एक्सरसाइज के बजाय इंडोर एक्सरसाइज करेंगे और रीडिंग करेंगे। जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं कि मेरी लोकेशन थोड़ी सी चेंज हुई है। तो आज लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड आवर एक्सरसाइज इन इंडोर। लेट्स रोल। Let's get started. Hello guys, so welcome back to the reading session, and let's get started from where we last ended our chapter. Today we are gonna learn about what's within my boundaries. So let's get started. The story of God Samaritan is a model of correct behavior in many dimensions. It is a good illustration of boundaries when they should be both observed and violated. Imagining for a moment how the story might read if Samaritan were a boundaryless person. You know the story: a man traveling from Jerusalem to Jericho was mugged. The robbers stripped him and beat him, leaving him half dead. A priest and Levite passed by on the other side of road, ignoring the hurt man, but a Samaritan took pity on him, bandaged his wound, and brought him to an inn. And took good care of him. The next day, the Samaritan gave the innkeeper some money and said, "Look after him. When I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expenses you may have. Let's depart from the familiar story here. Suppose the injured man wake up at this point in the story and says, "What? You are leaving?" "Yes, I am. I have some business in Jericho I have to attend to." The Smartian reply, "Don't you think you are being selfish? I am in pretty bad shape here. I am going to need someone to talk to. How is Jesus going to use you as an example? You are not even acting like a Christian. Abandoning me like this in my time of need. Whatever happened to deny yourself?" "Why, I guess you are right," the Smartian said. "That would be uncaring for me to leave you here alone. I should do more. I will postpone my trip for a few days." So he stayed with the man 3 days, talking to him and making sure that he is happy and content. On the afternoon of the third day, there's knock on the door, and the messenger comes in. He hands the Smartians a message from business contacts in Jericho. "Waited as long as we could have decided to sell camels to another party. Our next herd will be here in 6 months. How could you do this to me?" The Smartian screamed at the recovering man, waving the man in the air. "Look what you have done now. You have caused me to lose those camels that I needed for my business. Now I can't deliver my goods. This may put me out of business. How could you do this to me?" At some level, this story may be familiar to all of us. We may be moved with compassion to give someone in the need, but then this person manipulates us into giving more than we want to give. We end up resentful and angry, have missed something we needed in our life, or we may want more from someone else. We pressure them until they give in. They give out they give not out of their heart and free will, but out of compliances, and they resent us for what they give. Neither one of us comes out ahead. To avoid these scenarios, we need to look at what fall within our boundaries and what we are responsible for. Thus, like, it is a good example of Smartian stories that if he wouldn't leave, then something happens. Well, we also can relate this story to our life. Sometimes we give someone more than enough, and it disturb us, make us angry and resentful. So let's get to another chapter, that is feelings. Feelings have gotten a bad rap in the Christian world. They have been called everything from unimportant to fleshy. At the same time, example after example shows how our feelings play an enormous role in our motivation and behavior. How many times have you seen people do goodly things to one another because of hurt feeling? And how many times has someone had to be hospitalized for depression after years and years of trying to ignore the way they felt until they become suicidal? Feelings should neither be ignored nor placed in charge. The Bible says to own your feelings and be aware of them. They can often motivate you to do much good. The good Samaritan's pity moved him to go to the injured Israelite. Luke 10:33. The father was filled with compassion for his lost son and threw his arms around him. Luke 15:20. Many times Jesus had compassion for the people whom he ministered. Matt 9:36, 15:32. Feelings come from your heart and can tell you the state of your relationship. They can tell you if things are going well or if there is a problem. If you feel close and loving, things are probably going well. If you feel angry, you have a problem that needed to be addressed. But the point is, your feelings are your responsibility and you must own them. See them as your problems so you can begin to find the answer whatever issue they are pointing to. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you learned some new information from this, like feelings and what within my boundaries, and a exclusive and lessonful story of smart Ian. Thank you very much for being here today, guys. Allah Hafiz. We will meet tomorrow, inshallah. ठंडी हवाएं चल रही हैं और मौसम काफ़ी बारिश वाला है और बारिश भी हुई है, जैसे कि आप लैंड देख सकते हैं। और हमारे पौधों को भी पानी लग गया है, तो आज पानी लगाने से छुट्टी। और लाइट चल रही है, पहले लाइट को बंद करते हैं। सेव इलेक्ट्रिसिटी।